Alright guys, so this is part 2, and I did replace the rubber piece down there. This is it here. And it's connected to here, right at the bottom of here. And the car has more power now, and it stopped making that shaking sound. It was like sort of like a ka-chug, 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 ka-chug when I would come to a stop. So now it went away. And again, I bought that piece for $5. It came with the clamps, but I didn't use the clamps. So use the original. They seem to be better quality and thinner. These are thick. It's possible that if you don't have them lined up correctly and you tighten them, the side of the clamp may cut into the rubber. This piece that you just put on down there, don't over tighten them either, because once you strip them, then you have to replace them. And first, what you want to do is you want to put the rubber piece on. This piece, wherever you bought it from, Home Depot. I bought mine from the Home Depot for $5, but you could buy the original. In video 1, I did try to give you the model number off of here, so you could look it up. And I just bought mine for $5 from the Home Depot. It might not be the same quality, but it's air. It's not, I don't think it's too hot. So I'll monitor it, I'll see. If I see anything spitting out again, I'll know it's ripped, because I'm going to clean everything up all around here. So what I did was I put this part down first with a clamp on it. I put the clamp on it, put it down, tighten the clamp. Then what I did was I put a clamp on the rubber hose, and then I put this plastic piece on. I pushed it on, and then I pushed this piece into the engine, and then I tightened the bottom one, then I tightened this top one here, then I tightened this top one here. All I have to do is push this a little bit forward to line up the holes. But I suggest that you leave this off, I mean not off, but don't tighten it, this clamp, until you line up the holes, because this top piece here seems to hold it, and you have to struggle a little bit to line up those holes. So put the 2 screws in first, then tighten this clamp here. The way that you can look for any kind of rips like this, if you have oil going through these tubes, which most likely you do. It seems like a lot of people have it, but not sure how normal it is to have an excess of oil. Like mine seems like it's kind of a lot of oil, although I don't smell any oil burning, so I'm not sure if this is really bad or not. So if you look around your car and you see, like here, right? See here it's dry, but here it's not. And if you wipe this, there's oil on there. So it's got to be coming from somewhere. Look. See? It's all wet. So what was happening is that hole, it was over here, and it was spitting out this way. And it was spitting all under here, all over here. And the fan was blowing it so much, it went onto the engine, the belt, it went here. Okay, it went all the way up to here. So check for things like that, And like I said, you can spray some alcohol on there, it won't hurt anything. But they do have a certain can of something, I think, that you could spray on there that's safe. Make sure it's not flammable. You don't want anything going on fire, or you don't want anything getting sucked into the exhaust. It could kill your you know, sensor. What is this, like a map sensor or something over here? I don't know what this is, but they're sensitive, so you know, you got to be careful what you spray in there. I don't know if you guys want to laugh at this, but maybe you need a good laugh. This under here was once like a material tube, like a spiral tube, the original. And one day I was on the road and I got the engine light on and it said something about running lean or something. So I got out, I looked around, I said, I don't see anything. I put my hand under here and there was a huge gap. The whole thing just ripped in half somehow. I guess old age. The car has about 297,000 miles on it. So it's starting to get old and things are going to start breaking. So anyway, I had this in the trunk and I had a tube in the trunk. So there's a metal tube under here, which is bad, not good at all, because metal heats up. So until about a week from now, I'll have the original, but I had to put this on, you know, just for a while. Don't worry about, you know, if you see this tape, it's some kind of paper tape, masking tape or something. It's there because this is rubbing against here and I didn't want to cut through the hose, so I put that temporarily. When I get the original, it's going to be pinned back and everything will be tight. Let's see, what else could I tell you? I think I got to change one of these. Look at this thing. This has got a lot of oil on it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to change it. You know what I'm going to do? Just like that tank, when you fill up the gas, remember I was telling you in video 1, when you fill up the gas will, you know, stop going in to the tank every, I don't know, every like maybe 5 seconds or so, because it would overflow. So what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to make a gasket. This is riveted together. Looks like, yeah, there's 3 rivets on here. So I'm going to drill out the rivets, probably from the other side, and then this will come apart in 3 pieces, I think. Then there'll be gaskets on the inside of here, round, rubber, thin gaskets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make that gasket. That's all you have to do. That's the only problem why these leak. Now, being bad, you could probably test each one with an ohm meter. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if you have to put power to it or not, but I will check into that, and I will test them on diode mode and on ohms mode, and we'll see what happens. There's also a lot of oil down here. It looks like oil. I don't know where it's coming from now. This was never like this about 6 months ago. This must have all happened just recently, because this car was crystal clean. So I gotta find out what that is. This shouldn't be hanging down like this. This has got to be tied up. So this got to be tied up here. Sorry, I wasn't focusing. I was actually just looking. It was nothing important though. But you know, it seems to be a lot of oil down here, but also up here. So I'm not sure if there's a gasket here or not. There is a bolt. So maybe this cover has a gasket under it. Maybe the front cover comes off. It sort of looks like it would come off. So maybe I need a gasket for that. That's looks like a pretty big job. But I am going to take this off and I'm going to make a gasket. It's just a regular, it's a thin rubber gasket. I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to put it back together. I'm surprised it's bad though, because Usually you're able to wiggle the port back and forth, but it doesn't seem to wiggle back and forth. Can't really see down further. It looks clean down further. All the pulleys and everything. That pump seems to be either leaking or something coming out that pump right in here. I don't remember that either. Some on here on the top. Let's see, where could it be coming from? Yeah, I might need a gasket. That front cover might need to be, the gasket. That front cover might need to be replaced. So, alright, so I guess that's it for now. So if your car is chugging when you come to a stop, or you put it into drive, then check that hose, because it's not hard to replace. I didn't have to remove anything but this intake tube here. That's it. Alright, well, maybe I'll make a video on this. This will save you some money. I think these are about $30 or $40, and you're not even getting good quality. This might be original. If it is, it's always good to rebuild the original, because the ones you get, they're not the right ohms. They send too much power. They don't do the right job. So I'm gonna see if I can make a video, show you how to replace this gasket, stop this leak, clean this all up, and throw them back on. All right. Okay. So I'll see you in the next video.